Please join me in welcoming him. Sir, we are so delighted to have you with us today. And without wasting further time, it's looking forward to the productive learnings from Sir. Over to you now.
First of all, good evening, everyone. And on the evening of Saturday, I have invited everyone, and it is so glad moment for me that 65 people have already joined, and in total, I saw the registrations of 262. So, hoping them to be here in some time. But as we are time bound, so we are going to start. At this time and moment, you must be thinking, why in the time of AI, we are talking about a very basic tool, Google Drawing. It must be question in everyone's mind, because most of the workshops and sessions, whichever is happening, whether it is in the city or around the world, everyone is talking about AI and creation with AI, designing with AI, developing with AI, and whatnot. At this particular point of time, if I'm talking about a primitive tool, there is a reason for that. Because AI is not capable of doing certain things. So in this session of mine, I'll be not be teaching you, I'll not be training you, I'll be just suggesting you, I'll be giving you some ideas which you can further use in your own way, because everyone's creative mindset is different and everyone can think differently, and that is how they can create things completely different than what a machine can create. Whenever you are visualizing a picture in your mind and you are giving a prompt to any AI model, are you able to get exactly the same thing? I'm sure 90% of the time, you with several iterations also, you might not be getting exactly the same thing. You might be getting something better. That is a different story altogether, but you might not be getting exactly the same thing which you visualized in your own mind. And that is where learning these tools are very, very important. Whatever is coming in your mind, you can place them exactly the same way, same thing on screen, with the same colors, with the same size, with exactly the positions of each object at the right dimension and right positions. So that is what we are going to learn. All of you might be users of Gmail account, and you must have used several tools, and most of the tools uh, are having some design component. So whatever I am going to demonstrate you, or whatever I am going to tell you, it is not going to be limited to Google Drawing, but every design tool. So once you have that idea how to look for something in a tool, that is what is important for you to know and understand. And once you are aware that these tools have these kind of specifications and these kind of things can be looked around in tool, there'll be some button, some option, some menu giving you that kind of thing. So let's start with. So basically, when we talk about any design tool, so basically design lies in your eyes, not in the tool. So if you have something in front of you and something inside your mind, it cannot be exactly the same way understood by the machine. So here, let's just do a quick comparison. Any free Gen AI tool, what are the limitations? Most of the time, the all AI tools, Gen AI tools, are inconsistent image quality is produced, and lack of fine creative control over means user does not have a fine control of that. At the same time, significant ethical and legal issues, sometimes biases, because every Gen AI tool is developed by somebody with some bias behind it. Like suppose a tool is developed in America, it will be biased towards America. If a tool is developed by a community, they will be biased towards certain things. So whenever you are using these tools and you are asking it to do something of your types, it might not be exactly your types, it will be different. Another very important thing is that human artistic touch is missing in such kind of devices. And most of the time, contextual misunderstanding is there in all these AI tools. Inability to render text accurately. So whenever you are writing prompt, you are telling it to do something else and it is doing something else. It is very, very normal with every AI tool, whether it is ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, or anyone you talk about. So if you are generating an image and you are expecting some text to be written inside that, it will never, never appear exactly the same way which you are expecting it to give. Then content restrictions and misuse is also there. When we are talking about free drawing tools, the strengths are draw exactly what comes in your mind, exactly what you are thinking, what color you want, what size you want, exactly which place you want to position which object. That is completely in your control, as if you are drawing your own car. Then your creativity has 100% place in your own drawing. Originality is going to be there by default. There is no ethical and legal issues because it is created by you. You're not copying something, you are not picking up somebody's ideas, you are not putting something which is taken from somebody else. Then it has unique human artistic touch. So that makes it different than anybody else. Because Mr. X will never think exactly the same way as Mr. Y or Miss Y. So that artistic touch will remain there and that should be there. Contextual understanding is going to be 100% because you are making it, you have plan in mind, you have ideas in mind, you have design in mind. So it is going to be 100% the way you want. And inside that, whatever text you are writing, you are typing exactly what you want in that. And freedom to express everything you want. You are already familiar with these tools, which are Gen AI drawing tools. One of them is OpenArt.ai. It is a very, very interesting tool. You can try this. ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity. All these tools also generate some drawings, but they are not exactly what you want, but they will generate something, maybe something better or something worse. And Cider.ai also generates some drawings. Again, not accurately. Perplexity is very bad in understanding your drawing prompts. So you must be thinking that if these tools I am not using, what tools we can use? There are, other than Google Drawing, there are some tools like autodraw.com. There is canva.com/draw. I don't know how many of you have tried drawing part of Canva. Most of you must have used Canva for making posters, for making invitations, for making different kind of banners with the help of templates which are available. There is a tool sitting inside Canva which is known as Draw. So if you type canva.com/draw, it will take you to that where you are drawing yourself. Then there is a draw.chat that is also very interesting too. Then sketch.io/sketchpad is also one of the tool. In Adobe also, there is a drawing tool. Adobe, however, is a photo editing tool, but inside that, there is one drawing tool. So this is the link for that. I'll share these with you later on after the session. canvas. I can do it manually. I can do it by changing the size also otherwise. So I'll just, you can see at the bottom, there is a place where I can go screen, and then from here, let me drag. You can see why I am doing this, because I want a very, very small picture out of it. And I don't want this block on both the sides. So I'll just select both of these together with the help of Shift, so that it will come in the smallest possible place. Just notice that big picture which you saw has been reduced like this. The purpose of this is simply to adjust in a normal text. Now what I am going to do, I am going to save this particular image as Zen Z. Okay. And for saving it, I will use PNG format. Right? Just notice what I have done. I have gone to File, clicked on Download, and I am selecting the option PNG. Now, what advantage has happened? This is going to be a very, very small file for me, which I can insert in running text. Let me show you how it fits in the running text. I am going to open a document now. Clicking on document, blank document. I hope all of you can see the screen, and this is the document coming. And here I'm trying to write, this is a report from, I want to write Genji here. So what I'll do, I'll just pull that particular picture from the download section. So I have gone in the download part, and this big picture has come. I'll reduce it down to my text. Do you see what has happened? A normal document has a character which has appeared from drawing, and I can continue from here. Anything you are typing, right? So this is the smallest example I am giving you, which shows that your own creativity has a bigger role to play than any AI tool. So let's go back to our Google Drawing. Now, next thing what I am going to show you is, just look at this drawing. Are you able to see my screen? These kind of floor designs are normally made on AutoCAD. And believe me, this particular drawing is 100% as per the size. So I am planning a floor plan which is expected to be 20 meter by 15 meter on size, and I want a bedroom of approximately 15 feet by 15 feet. So normally, for such kind of drawing, you'll look for a AutoCAD software, you will go to an architect, or you will ask an AI tool to generate, in which you will keep adjusting places, you will keep adjusting the your bedside, doors, and all those kind of things. It will be, you will keep on prompting, and it might not give you the exactly what you are looking for. So how I have done this? So simply, I have gone to a drawing like this, and I have decided to insert a rectangle. Now, this rectangle is right now random size. So I want to make it specific. So I'm going in three dots and going to the formatting options. Here, I decide to make this drawing with width as 25, that is 25 meters, maybe. For this, I need a bigger canvas. So let me increase the size of the canvas. So I need 25 meters by 15 meters. So it is as per exact size. Now I am looking for a 15 by 15 bedroom. I'll make another rectangle this time and I'll draw it randomly without thinking about the size. Here, as we have 25 meters by 15 meters place, for making a 15 feet by 15 feet drawing room, I will be needing, I want to make 15 feet, so I'm making it 5 meter by 5 meter, and then turn the color to white. Okay. Now I'll just leave some brick walls. Now, as I have already made 15 by 15 bedroom, I can just copy this, make another copy of it, align it, create a space. Kindly mute your mic, please. Okay. So I have just created another copy of the same rectangle and placed it below so that another bedroom is created. In between this, I want to insert washrooms. So what I am going to do, I am not going to go and pick up another rectangle. I'll just make a copy of it with the help of simple Control C and V. I'll decide what size I'm looking for my washroom. So let's say 2.4 by 2.4. 2.4 means multiplied by approximately 3 to make it in feet. So let's say this is my washroom to be positioned in between these two. Let's leave a brick wall space and adjust this. And then make a copy of this for another washroom next to it. Now, as I have made this as 5 meters, these are 2.4 meters each. So that is why you will be having a 0.2 left in between for the wall. Now, if I have to supposed to be black color, so I'll just make a copy of it. And door size, I'll decide as maybe 1. Not 1 on this side. Let's have 0.1 and 1 on this side, something like this. So it can be adjusted. 1 means approximately 3 feet. So that is the normal door size, right? Now I decide to put this inside the room somewhere here. So I just notice I am not using mouse for moving my. If I'm using mouse, it will not be that accurate as using arrow keys. So just notice with the help of arrow key, I can stop anywhere I want. As soon as I take the control on my mouse, it will be always inaccurate. So I'm using and see the door is positioned. So if you want the door to be colored with some different color, so let's say door is marked as red. So this kind of thing you can do. And if you want to make a copy of this, and this, along with the door.
Mukesh.
See me? Everyone can see, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. So now I'm back in the drawing. So once a particular part the in size. So you can look at the size on the, just see as I'm increasing, the size is going to change in the format. And this is 7.23. So this is how you can make any kind of accurate drawing. So you have a tool for producing such kind of thing. And best thing is, at any point of time, with the help of these toggles, you can change the size and see what is the different orientation is going to do. So as you have seen in my original floor plan, all the things are marked and I can position anything anywhere now. So once I don't want this door to be here, I just have to click on this and I have to shift it another position. You must be seeing some red lines and green lines. Are they visible on the screen? Can you guess what these green lines and red lines denote?
Terrace kind of a thing, or a garden kind of a thing. Terrace garden or something like that.
No. So if you notice, my red line in the middle is exactly in the middle of my canvas, right? And the top line is created by me so that I will not go beyond this. I can shift these lines at any point of time, and these are not a part of drawing. These are helping me to make the drawing perfect, right? So I can just make things on left hand side and right hand side aligned. I can check whether my beds are exactly at the same position or not. So with the help of guide, I can do this. So I'm removing all the guides and I'll show you how these guides are introduced. So I'm just removing clear guides. So right now there is no guide in my drawing. Now I want to just insert some guides. So either I will click on the right button of the mouse and click on guide and start adding vertical and horizontal guides. So one by one I can add. So I have added one vertical guide. I have added another vertical guide. You can see it is on both the sides. So if I want to place this guide over here and this guide over here so that nothing goes beyond my house. This is just at the time when you're planning. While drawing, you should not pop out somewhere unnecessarily, and that is why you place the guide. Guides are not part of your drawing. Guides are helping you to plan it better. In the same way as I have put the guide on the vertical side, I can add guide on horizontal side. Talking about guides help you to decide on various portions of your drawing. So suppose you don't want something to pop out of your drawing or pop into drawing. So that is why you want to align everything, and guides are not part of your actual drawing. So when you will print these drawing, guides will not be displayed. But guides sometimes see my gray colored lines are clashing with the original drawing. So if I want my guides to be of different color, I can simply go in guides, click on guides, and then I'll repeat this. I'm just clicking on the right button of the mouse, clicking on guides, and then going into edit guides. So in guide 1, I want the color as red. For guide 2, I want the color as suppose green. And in the vertical side, I want guide 1 to be of blue color.
So we have lost your voice again. Okay, sir, we have lost your voice again. No audio is there.
just notice I have moved the red guide below so that I can align both the rooms' beds. So master bedroom 1 and on this side, the bedroom number 1 is having matching bedside. So suppose I am placing something else here aligned with the wall of my washroom of this, I can do that. And best thing about guides is at any point of time, you can move them on any of the sides and then you can remove them. So once the drawing is complete, you can simply go and click on the right button, go in the guides and clear guides. I hope guides is clear to everyone. Okay, so now let me tell you that while making a drawing, never try to create the similar object from the original place. You can make a copy that is faster for you to make the drawing. So if one size you have already taken for one shape, that can be replicated just by pressing Ctrl C and Ctrl V. So that you are not reworking on that aspect of color and boundary colors. I hope this is clear. Now I'm taking you to another thing. Just look at this particular simple drawing, which is a flow chart. So those who are computer science teachers can very well relate what it is. It is a small flow chart which is going to take input from user as age and deciding whether age is greater than 18 or not. If it is greater than 18, he is supposed to vote, otherwise can't vote. So for making such kind of flow chart, you can make use of Google Drawing. So how I have made this? I have gone to these shapes and picked up. I am showing you the steps how things have been done here. So I am looking for a shape which is similar for stop. So this is the symbol I am using. So I have made a simple symbol like this. I want it to be yellow. So I am turning it in yellow. And yellow is softer yellow. And then inside this, if I want to write something, I'll double click it. My cursor will sit inside it. And then I'll type stop. You can see the size of the stop is smaller. I can just select it with the help of Control Shift and greater than sign. I can increase or decrease the size of the font. Never depend on mouse for accuracy, because whenever you are doing something with mouse, you delay things, right? Half the time it is not reaching at the right place. Half the time you are just struggling with pulling it one side or the other side. So this is how I have done. And if I want the outer side of this to be thicker, I'm just going in the thickness of the line, increasing it to 4. And now I want this stop symbol to pop out. Pop out means it should have a 3D kind of effect. So I'm just, after selecting this, I'm clicking on 3 dots here, clicking on format options, and then going down to drop shadow. Now, in drop shadow, there are several things here. If you notice, there are several controls here. One is opacity, second is angle, third is distance, and then blur radius. So what is the significance of this? This decides on which side the shade will go. So normally, in standard dropping of shadow, you should keep it at around 60 degrees. So 59 or 60 degrees, perfect. Then you increase the distance to up to 15 or 16. That is more than sufficient. But this is very sharp shadow. You want a dull shadow, so you have to blur the radius so that it will look like this. Look at the difference between the original one, which you have drawn without shadow. If you want to see how it was looking, if I remove the drop shadow effect, it was something like this. This is a flat stop and that is popped up thing. right? So if I have to make it stop, so I don't have to recreate this. I just have to Control C, Control V. Here I have to write start. It was expected to be start. And this is the second thing is expected to be stop. So I'm not recreating the symbol, I'm just copying it. Just notice as soon as you move your any object in Google Drawing, it is aligning it with other objects. Just notice a guide automatically created, which is telling you which is aligned with which other object in the same. In the same way, once you create this kind of symbol for input and the same kind of symbol is used for something else, after formatting it, copy it, change the content. Okay. So this is another thing which is very interesting for all the teachers for making controlled flowcharts. Why I'm using the word controlled flowchart? There are tools which are already available with the help of which you can make mind maps and flowcharts, right? But they do not give you exact control of things. Here, what I have done, I have created a line here and then created another line here. And for this line, I want arrow to be on one side and no arrow on the other side. So this is the control which tells you to put the arrow on which side. So if any line you have drawn, I'll just show you. Suppose I am drawing a line from here to here. Now, one more very interesting thing I would like to tell you for all drawing tools. Do you see when I move my cursor on any object of this, certain points are highlighted with purple color? I hope all of you are able to see. These are known as control points. What is the meaning of control point? I'll just show you what is the impact of this control point. So let me first of all nullify my cursor and then connect this line, which is supposed to be a little thicker than this. Let's say 4 size. And let's connect this line with the control point. So I'm connecting this on this side on the control point. Let me connect this also at the control point. Now both these objects are connected. Just notice when I'll move this object on some other place, the line is connected. Do you see the difference? Now I just move this line, it is no more controlled. Now if I move this object is independent. Have you understood the meaning of toggling with control point? Control point helps you to connect two objects together. Control point, if I reconnect this control points on another one, suppose this is diagonally connected now. Just notice the difference. Now again, I have connected this line with the help of control point. Now just see, along with my object, the line is traveling. Right? So this is very, very interesting aspect of Google Drawing. Not only Google Drawing, whatever I'm telling you, you can try in Google Slides also. Exactly the same thing. Okay. So now let's move to another part of it. Most of you have seen the Google Maps, right? When you take a screenshot of Google Map, it looks like this. Obviously, very hazy. And if you want to give somebody idea of where to go without clicking on it, you will not be able to make out what is happening. Suppose you want to print it on a invitation card. Most of the invitation cards of weddings have a map at the back. Normally, maps are having some lines and you are not able to make out lines. They just make some main points and then they tell you left or right. But exactly on scale, they are not drawn. Am I right? So suppose I have taken a screenshot of this Google map and I just scale it to the full canvas. I want these places to be highlighted by me. What I will do, I'll just pick up from here something called polyline. This polyline is very interesting tool. It helps you to connect multiple lines together as a single one. So this lok mark which you are seeing here, I'll just click here, draw from here to here, then here to here, and just clicking on my mouse button after moving my mouse at the right place. And what is happening? And just see. So I have gone to the edge. This line is complete. And let me increase the thickness of this line so that it will be visible to every one of you. I want this line to be red color. Do you see? Road is exactly the same way as my line is following. Suppose at the time of making this drawing, you clicked certain positions wrongly. Then what you can do? Please notice this step very carefully, what I am going to do. I am just moving my mouse cursor on this line, any place on this line. Moving my mouse cursor over here and putting my double click here. Do you notice hot points created? All these are known as control points. This will help you to further customize your lines. So how you will customize lines? I can just pull this line from here. I can pull this line from here. So all my control points are movable points. So once I have drawn, wherever I have clicked my mouse, those places are controlled. So, right? So I can reposition this. Now, I don't have to do this again and again. For making another road, I just have to move my mouse away from my canvas, click somewhere outside, then again do Control C, Control V. Now, if I want to make another road, I don't have to draw this. I can move my mouse and position this line in the beginning of any place. And I can draw another line just by editing this line. Just notice, I want this line to be used for my another road. So I'm just placing it here, placing it here, and placing it here. So I can make any number of roads with the help of same line which I was drawing in the beginning. Okay. So once you have drawn all the lines, suppose I have drawn all the lines, I have marked all the roads, I can remove this actual picture from here. Are you getting what I am doing? So after drawing these lines, right now I have just drawn 2 roads. I can draw all the roads as per these. I can make all the roads of different colors. So after making the second road, I can just click on this and change the color of this road as blue. And if I want to connect this road also, I can just copy paste that and go on the control point and assign them the right position. So if I have to make this as a double road, means both the edges of the road, I can just Control C and Control V. So this is both sides of the road. And then I just Control C and Control V. This is another side of the road, which if I want, I can customize it further. So you can see on the second road, other side is not aligned properly. So I'll just double click it so that my control points are visible to me. I'll just make these positions aligned to the road. Okay. So if I remove this and later on I want to name these as Log Marg and this as some other Banda Bahadur Marg or whatever, I can do that. I can leave this map. Now, one more thing here. Suppose I want this original map also along with this, but I want this map to be very dull. Just impression. So what I will do, just notice what I'm doing. I am just clicking on the map 2 times. Sorry. And then going to the format options, clicking on recolor, I may change the color of the map like this. Or if I don't want to do this, I can just do adjustments. With the help of adjustment, you can decrease or increase the brightness of the map like this, so that its visibility is different than the original one, and adjust it according to your need and requirement. I hope this makes sense to everyone.
Yes, sir.
So normally for making a map, I make use of the original Google Map screenshot and then make this drawing. It is not perfect right now, but when you'll be sitting and concentrating on each point, you'll be able to make a realistic drawing, and you can just put write labels along with that. So you can write it, this is Lokmarg, and Lokmarg is not visible in the original one very clearly. So I just write this, make a big text out of it, and then its color may be changed to the required one. Right. So this way you can do. Now, before closing the session today, I would like to tell you there are certain very important things that when you are doing things on AI, I told you about the size and all. When you are making any Google drawing, the size becomes very important aspect, and for that you have to go in File, go at the bottom, click on Page Setup, and here you decide what exact size you are looking for the image. You have different kind of units here. You can make it in inches, centimeters, points, pixels. So whenever you are making any digital drawing, the pixel matters. Whenever you are making a banner which is required to be printed on flex or vinyl, then inches will matter. So ideally, if you want to make a very high resolution banner, then I'll suggest you to go in inches and then increase the size to almost equivalent. For example, if I want to make a 40 feet banner, so ideally I should make it equivalent to 40 inches by, not 40 feet I'll be making, but yes, at least you should have 40 inches by, let's say 15, 30 inches. Suppose you want to make a banner of this size. So I'm making it in inches. So it will be equivalent to feet of this size. So just notice the resolution of the picture has increased here. So whenever you are making any picture, the size is very. Someone is joining.
Yeah, there are people joining, yes. Rakhi ma'am, you've raised your hand.
Yes, somebody
Did you
was
want
saying
the
something.
feedback form to be
Gitika ma'am, can you please send us the feedback link in the chat box?
Yes, I'll just give that.
Thank you, Gitika ma'am.
Okay. So could you please share the link in the chat box also?
Okay. GEGGPG2. The full form is GEG Gurgaon Google Pay Charcha 2.
Rekha Panchal ma'am is presenting now. Acha, she's showing you something maybe.
Yes, sir. I am just showing you the drawing.
Okay.
Okay.
This can be modified. You can just paste this picture in Google Drawing, and you can just put new lines anywhere, popping out, popping in. So on top of it, you can do the editing,
Okay.
right? You can.
So this is the drawing I have created in Paintbrush. So can we modify it in Google Drawing?
No, its points will not be available over there, na? Because this will be available in JPG or PNG form.
In PNG, I have created, sir.
Yeah. So I can just take a screenshot. Wait a minute. And just for showing you, I'm just taking the screenshot of this. Okay, you can stop sharing your screen.
Oh, okay, sir.
So now I'm sharing my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So your picture comes here as this, right? So let me remove
Yes.
my objects from here. I can increase the size. This is your picture. Okay.
Yes.
So I can just quickly make a replica of this by drawing two circles on top of it, exactly the way it is. Make it transparent. So this is just your circle. On top of it, I am making another circle, which is going to be the replica of your inner circle. And so both these circles, I'll just increase their width. Okay, then line. Put an arrow. Once this line is already drawn, I'll just make a copy of it. And make it join the center. So in no time, you can have a replica of this. And then get customized. So I'm on top of your drawing, I'm making it. Best thing is in circle also it gives you the hot points. It gives you better control to connect. Okay.
सर पता ही नहीं था इस चीज का, तो आज पता लगा.
ये देखो आपकी ड्राइंग मैंने रेप्लिकेट किया.
Wow, this is amazing.
Right.
Seriously, nice.
एंड इसमें हॉट पॉइंट्स हैं, तो आपको जब कनेक्ट कर रहे हो तो हॉट पॉइंट्स आपको हेल्प करेंगे राइटली कनेक्ट करने के लिए. जो आपके एरोज बने हुए हैं, अब आप नोट करो, मैं इसकी कॉपी बनाता हूँ और इसको मैं हॉट पॉइंट पे कनेक्ट करता हूँ. ये देखो, ये हॉट पॉइंट
you are getting by double clicking, ना?
नहीं, जैसे ही आप ड्राइंग शुरू करोगे कोई भी हॉट पॉइंट अवेलेबल होगा नियरेस्ट, वो हाईलाइट हो जाएगा.
Okay.
अब इसको इस साइड से कनेक्ट करना है तो ये हॉट पॉइंट आ गया. अब इस सर्कल को आप घुमाओगे तो ये हॉट पॉइंट के साथ ये एरो भी घूमेगा. एक इसका हेड हॉट पॉइंट है और ये लाइन का हॉट पॉइंट है. So it is going to be much neater picture as compared to your
Yes, sir.
paintbrush. You can see. एंड इसमें टेक्स्ट डालना है ना थोड़ा सा, जैसे हमें टेक्स्ट डालना है यहाँ पे, तो आपको यहाँ पे टेक्स्ट लिखा आपने 30 डिग्री लिखना है हमने. तो लिखने के बाद अपने एरो की से आपको एग्जैक्टली जहां चाहिए वहां ले। ये मैं कीबोर्ड कंट्रोल से यूज कर रहा हूँ। आई एम नॉट यूजिंग माउस कंट्रोल्स।
Okay.
When you are using keyboard control, it is much accurately placed,
Yes.
right? And at the time I am downloading it, if I want it in my document, I'll just download it as PNG so that transparency is maintained.
Okay.
So it will be a transparent image completely. Okay?
Okay. sir.
And गीतिका तुम्हारा कप बना रहा हूँ।
हाँ जी,
ये देखो, ये वाला सिंबल लिया
हाँ जी,
या ये वाला सिंबल लिया, दोनों में से कोई भी, जैसा जितना ज्यादा राउंड चाहिए उसको बैक बॉटम से ये लिया, ये बनाया, ठीक है। अब इसको 90 डिग्री पे रोटेट करना है, या तो हम खुद करें, खुद करेंगे तो इसको टॉगल को पकड़ के ऐसे घुमा के 90 डिग्री पे ले आएंगे, ठीक है। इसका कलर इंटरेस्टिंग,
अदरवाइज वो साइज और रोटेशन पे भी जाके कर सकते हैं।
हाँ हाँ, ये हो गया। इसकी बाउंड्री हटाने के लिए यहाँ से ट्रांसपेरेंट कर दिया, तो इट इज गोइंग टू बी दिस शेप। एंड इसके आगे इसका हैंडल लगाना है, तो आपने एक शेप लेनी है, या तो ये वाली शेप ले लो, ये वाला भी ले सकते हैं हम अगर कर्व वाला लेना है, ठीक है। इससे बना के इसको 90 डिग्री पे ले जाओ और इसको नीचे लाके मग के साथ कर दो, और इसका कलर चेंज कर दो। इसका साइज अगर बड़ा है तो उसको छोटा कर लो। ये माउस कंट्रोल से नहीं जा रहा हूं मैं, कीबोर्ड कंट्रोल से जा रहा है। इसका रेड, ये भी रेड कनेक्ट करूंगा।
वाओ, सच अ ब्यूटीफुल कप।
तो इसका साइज हमें हाइट में क्या करना चाहिए, 3 करना चाहिए।
Amazing.
और टेबल बनानी है इसके नीचे, रेक्टेंगल लिया, इसको पतला करना है, यहाँ से इसको चेंज कर दिया, 2.5 कर दिया, पतला हो गया। टेबल का कलर हमें ग्रीन करना है, ग्रीन ले लिया यहाँ से, इसका बॉर्डर भी ग्रीन, ठीक है।
So it's basically a play of your creativity. The more creative you are, you can create more shapes and all these things.
Yes.
Everything is laid in front of everyone, but it's how you are using your own creativity.
ये इसके बाएं लगा दिए ग्रे कलर से। इसी की कॉपी बना के दूसरा पैर लगा दिया। लेकिन है ना, माउस पे ज्यादा डिपेंडेंट रहोगे तो नहीं बनेगा।
So you are controlling it with your keyboard.
यस, एंड अब उसका दूसरा कप बनाने के लिए मुझे टेंशन ही नहीं है। मैं इसको सेलेक्ट करूंगा एज ए ग्रुप, यहाँ पे एज ए ग्रुप सेलेक्ट करूंगा। इस कप को इधर ले
Keypad
लो।
पे you are basically using Control and Shift and
Yes.
increasing and decreasing the size.
हाँ, ये देखो।
Yeah, and then you can change the color and flip it also, so that it is like facing each other. The two cups
Yes.
are facing each other.
Yes. So this is, now this is different color cup. ठीक है।
Thank you.
Okay.